Here are the tests on my 1982 Briggs Conserver. It is set to the water line. I can't see it and I forgot where it is, but there is a water line in that tank and it's set to it. Also, it is using a standard flapper, so I will show you guys a flush and then let's see how it does on tests. That flush is super fast and powerful, and I actually really like it. Now let's see if it can take a washcloth. This toilet is in really good condition and the flush is so strong that there is no reasonable way it could fail this. As expected, it did perfectly. Now, let's see if it can take a grocery bag. Just like the washcloth, this should be another easy pass. Keyword should. I'm not sure what its problem is there. Well, that sucks. I'm gonna try the grocery bag again and hope it does better than it did the first time. I think that it should pass. Again, should. It seems to hesitate ever so slightly towards the end, but it took it with very little problem. Now, let's see if it can take the washcloth and the grocery bag together. Considering it clogged once and struggled the second time on the grocery bag alone, this is definitely going to clog it. You know, I can't say I'm surprised. Let's give it another try. There was no way it could have taken that. Now, let's see if it can take a dish towel. I'm using my old dish towel for this one since it can barely take a bag. It's gonna clog. It fools you into thinking it's going down when it takes it past the opening so well, then it gets caught somewhere in the trapway. It's a bit disappointing, although I did expect that. There's no way this is going to clear itself, so I'm going to help it. Well, I might end up having to pull this one up. I'm going to go grab my plunger, and I'll be right back once I see if that works. That is jammed. Jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it, but I'll overflow it one more time. So I just disconnected the pipe from underneath the toilet and I was able to pull it out from inside. It was really jammed in there, but I'm glad I didn't have to pull the whole toilet up. Overall, I would say that the performance on this toilet is not very good. But not only is it not very good, it's also deceptive. The way it takes stuff past the opening with minimal struggle is great, but then it gets stuck further down in the trapway, like my 1965 National Line toilet with that extra jet on the left side. It's not a very good toilet, to be completely honest. And I'm not really surprised since it is a cheaper toilet from the time. You found a lot of these in 80s houses, just builder toilets from the 80s. So yeah, you can't really expect much from a cheap toilet. But anyway, let's move on to the flush tests. For the first flush test, let's see how it flushes with a dry bowl. I'm honestly guessing that it'll do pretty well. It'll take a little while, but it'll siphon. That was a lot of power it had at the beginning. It even splashed water up here. I can only imagine what this thing will do on a high tank. Now let's see how it flushes with a clogged siphon jet. Considering how powerful the flush is without the clogged siphon jet, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets at least up to the rim. It did get up to the rim actually. It just touched it in the front, but it will surely overflow on my high tank. Now let's see if it can take dirt. This will be an interesting test. I know this toilet swirls very quickly. I think that with the height the water level gets to before it siphons, that should clean most of the rim, but I'm expecting a lot to be left right there in the front. And the bowl clearance is going to be not perfect, but not terrible. Yeah, there's definitely some dirt left down there in the trap. It spit up a bit more than we could see, so I imagine there's still dirt back there. Then right here, it almost looks like they tried to design a slotted jet up there, but it didn't really work very well. And then this jet just points down. So as far as the rinse goes on the side, it looks really good. The water level did get very high, so that covers a lot of the rinse. So I don't really have a whole lot of complaints about the flush. It would probably work pretty well on normal use, and to be completely honest, it really didn't do very bad at all. So I'm going to give that another flush. I'm going to rinse this dirt off since it can't, and then I will wrap up the video. That is all for these tests. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe and turn on notifications. It helps my channel a lot and I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.